There are some names in American politics that rise not because of public service, not because of integrity, and not even due to competence, but because of loyalty. Blind, unwavering, unapologetic loyalty. Alina Haba is one of those names. Once a relatively unknown lawyer, she climbed into the national spotlight by becoming one of Donald Trump's most vocal legal defenders. She appeared on cable news shows, attended high-profile court appearances, and made it crystal clear she would fight for Trump, no matter what. But now, that loyalty might be costing her everything. Today, 17 federal judges of the District Court of New Jersey are holding a crucial meeting. On the table, whether or not to extend Alina Haba's interim term as U.S. Attorney, the top federal prosecutor for the entire state. The decision is no longer in Trump's hands. It's in theirs. And things aren't looking good for her. Let's dive into how we got here. This is not just the story of one woman's political appointment. It's about power, resistance, rules, and the desperate effort to maintain institutional integrity in the face of chaos. To understand what's happening now, we have to look back at how Alina Haba even got here. She wasn't a career prosecutor. She didn't rise through the ranks of the Department of Justice or build a portfolio of successful public service prosecutions. Instead, she gained recognition primarily through her legal loyalty to Donald Trump. She became a part of his inner legal circle, the team that fought back against lawsuits, criminal charges, and investigations post-2020 election. And in return, Trump rewarded her when the U.S. attorney position in New Jersey became vacant. Trump and his allies saw an opportunity. Instead of nominating a seasoned federal prosecutor, they appointed Haba, not permanently, but as an interim. This is allowed under 28 U.S. Code Par 546, which lets the Attorney General appoint someone temporarily while waiting for full Senate confirmation. And that's where the drama begins. Under federal law, when someone is appointed as an interim U.S. attorney, they can only serve for 120 days unless confirmed by the Senate. Alina Haba's 120 days are up this week. If she doesn't get Senate approval, her term legally expires. And it's not just about checking a box. Senate confirmation means legitimacy. It means oversight. It means accountability. And right now, she has none of that. So, why hasn't she been confirmed yet? Because two key people are refusing to let it happen. Senator Cory Booker and Representative Andy Kim, both Democrats from New Jersey. They have refused to give Haba what's known as a blue slip, a procedural tradition in the Senate where both home state senators must sign off on federal judicial or legal nominees before their confirmation proceeds. Without that blue slip, the nomination is basically dead on arrival. This move isn't just symbolic, it's a powerful check. It's the Senate saying, we do not trust this nominee with the full power of federal prosecution. So, what happens when the 120 days end and the Senate refuses to confirm someone? The power doesn't just vanish. According to federal law, the next decision falls to the district court judges of the same jurisdiction. In this case, the District of New Jersey. And this is exactly what's happening now. 17 federal judges, many of them appointed by Obama and Biden, and even a couple by George W. Bush, are now gathered to decide whether Alina Haba should be allowed to continue or be replaced. These are not political figures. These are lifetime appointed federal judges, most of them career lawyers with deep experience in the justice system. For them to intervene like this is rare, but in this moment, it's necessary. Because Haba, by all public accounts, is deeply unqualified for the role. She lacks prosecutorial experience. She lacks the respect of the federal bench. And most importantly, she appears to have been appointed not based on merit, but on personal loyalty to one man. Now, let's not pretend Trump hasn't played this game before. When his picks have been rejected or blocked in other districts, he's found clever, and sometimes unethical, ways to reset the clock. In Washington, D.C., when a similar situation occurred, Trump avoided Senate confirmation by simply appointing another interim official, essentially resetting the 120-day timer and continuing the game. He ignored precedent, bypassed tradition, and exploited loopholes in a system that assumes good faith. Could he do that again in New Jersey? Possibly, but the judges know this. That's why this meeting today is critical. The judges could either let Haba's term expire and do nothing, allowing Trump to sneak in another interim puppet, or they could preemptively appoint someone themselves, which is allowed by law. And this time, they are prepared. Two qualified candidates are already being discussed. Desiree Rice, a veteran in the U.S. Attorney's Office, and Noel Hillman, a respected retired judge. If the judges appoint either of them, Trump loses his chance to game the system again. This isn't just a bureaucratic fight. It's a test of our legal institutions. It's about whether loyalty to a political figure is more important than loyalty to the Constitution. If someone like Alina Haba, whose only real qualification appears to be proximity to Trump, can be placed in one of the most powerful prosecutorial seats in the country, what does that say about our system? And don't be mistaken, Trump's political machine is watching this closely. Because this isn't just about Haba. If he can get her through, even after being blocked, it sends a message. It tells every political loyalist, stick with me and I'll reward you. No matter what. But if the system holds the line, if judges say no, if senators hold their ground, if norms are protected, then it sends the opposite message. The law is not a toy. It is not a tool for personal loyalty. It belongs to the people. Here's the most important part. Even if Alina Haba is blocked today, that doesn't mean she's out of the game. Trump and his allies could appoint her to other powerful positions that don't require Senate confirmation, just like they did with Ed Martin, who was denied a role in D.C., but later made chairman of a controversial committee focused on the so-called weaponization of the Justice Department. This is Trump's strategy. If one door closes, build a new one. If the law doesn't allow something, rewrite the rules. Or break them. That's why this moment matters. Because we are watching, in real time, whether America's legal system will bend or hold. Alina Haba's story isn't just about one person. It's about what happens when political loyalty tries to override merit, law, and public trust. It's about how far a former president will go to protect his allies, and how far our institutions are willing to go to stop him. Will the judges hold the line? Will Cory Booker and Andy Kim maintain their blue slip block? Will Trump find another backdoor route? The answers are unfolding right now. But here's the real question for you. Should personal loyalty ever outweigh professional competence when it comes to legal power? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want me to keep digging into these under-the-radar political legal stories, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.